This video, I'm going to show you exactly what fifth dimensional time is like, how different it is from third dimensional time the way we're used to, and we're going to do an activation for wiring in this new sense of time. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of how fifth dimensional time works and showing you this activation for wiring in this new understanding, this new way of being. And let me say first off that fifth dimensional way of being and time is completely different than the third dimensional way that we're used to. Normally in 3D, it's about duality. It's about time, space, linear experience. It's this is who I was in the past, this is who I am now, and this is the projection for the future. And a lot of times we will emphasize the past. Many people are actually living in the past. They're living in things that have happened to them. They're still having these positionalities of being angry about it or having some emotional charge about it. And because of it, they then project it in the present moment right now, which then also leaks into what we call the future. And many people, when it comes to the way that our society is ran by, like, gotta be here at a certain time and all of these things, we really emphasize the importance of it in 3D. And because of that, there are times when it ends up becoming something that is overemphasized and given so much importance. Now, let me share with you something that happened with me recently that in a way was me tapping into this 5D energy, because something I realized that I had to kind of shift or I was going to be late for something. And it was me, this is a couple months ago, I was going to an acupuncture appointment here in Las Vegas, and it's about a 15 to 20 minute drive away from my house, probably right around there. And I was doing something on my computer with something I was doing, and I lost track of time, and I knew I had to be there at like 3 o'clock. So what happens is I ended up leaving at like 2:50. I had like 10 minutes to get there, and I knew it was a minimum of 15 to 20 minute drive. And there was something I thought I read where it said that if you're so much late or something like that, they're allowed to charge you. I don't think they would, but I didn't want to chance it. I knew that I had to be there at 3, and I had enough, I knew prior, it's just I got caught up with what I was doing. So what I did is I said, you know what? I believe that time is a form of illusion. So what I did is I got into a good state of being, like a fun state of being, like a 5D energy, and I simply knew that I was going to be there right at 3 or a minute before. I just knew it. I treated it as if, because I knew that time is more of an illusion anyways. And I've heard of other people doing it before where they stretch time, people that are interested in the kind of work that I do when I share 5D energy. So what I did is as I was going to the gym, or to the acupuncture place, I set that intention while in the car to also drive safe. So it wasn't like I was driving 80 miles an hour in the 35. It was pretty much a 40 mile an hour, 35 mile an hour route the whole way there. But what I did is I simply set the intention, and I imagined myself getting there at exactly 3. And I said, you know what? Let's see how flexible this time is, because I knew that when I was getting my car at 2:50, that it's normally, if I was under the old 3D perspective, there's no way I would have made that. I would have showed up at about 3:10. So what I did is I simply had that understanding. I went through with confidence with it, and I kept in a light state. I didn't make it too important. I wasn't like, oh my God, I got to get there. I was just more so just knew it. And as I was driving there, I hit every green light. Everything was in the right flow. And I then look over when I get there, and it's exactly 3 o'clock. So I walked in, and everything went well. But it showed me more than ever before. And I used to do that as well when I used to have my old sales job. I would do that sometimes as well, kind of knowing that. I'd be like, I'm just going to imagine myself being there on time. And that was a place where you get written up if you were over 5-6 minutes, 7-minute grace period, I think. But it was something that I learned to play around with. But that is what I want to share with you in this video. Time is so much more flexible than you think. We may use time as a convenience thing to say, hey, meet me at the park at this time, meet me at the gym at this time. We use that for convenience sake, but at the same time, it is a form of illusion. Now, when I say that, what I mean is the more we emphasize anything, the more we create it. Have you ever realized that? When you're really thinking about time, it goes by so slow, because the more time you focus on, the more time you create. You might be at the DMV and you're like, oh, look, it's been like 20 minutes. Okay, now it's been 22 minutes. Okay, now it's been 32 minutes. Okay, now it's been 48 minutes. And you just keep looking at it. You keep emphasizing it. Whereas instead, if you were to get to the present moment, you'd find that time doesn't really exist the way that you think it does. The more we focus on time, the more we create the experience of time. That's why in this video, what we're going to do in a minute is we are going to get to that of an activation where we're going to activate in this understanding, and you will start to see reality becoming much more slippery. You're going to be able to play around with time. Time isn't going to be this heavy thing in 3D that you have to abide by. It's going to be more so something that you use as a benchmark, but then you can choose that which you want to experience. So this is what is powerful, is understanding that in 5D energy, first off, you got 3D reality is polarity. 3D reality is that of emphasizing importance of the mind, importance of time, importance of all these things of the ego. Really, it's an emphasis of the ego and the separateness. Then you move into 4 and 5D level of consciousness. 4D is more about vibration. Even in 4D, time starts becoming very slippery. And in 5D level of consciousness, you realize that everything is one. So these separate moments, they all exist right now. They all exist right now. It's just our perception that is changing through it. That's all that changes, is our perception through it. In 5D level of consciousness, we realize oneness. We're all connected. That's why we can start to feel more love between each other, because we realize that we're all connected. In 3D level of consciousness, we're like, oh, you are you, I am me. And that's you. There's just this distinct barrier between me and you. But that begins to go away in 5D level of consciousness. Well, right now on the planet, we have the ability to tap into this unity level consciousness, and we have the ability to tap into this slippery time with oneness. You see, a lot of times when it comes to past lives, the way people look at their past lives is more of a 3D perspective. I was this person back in 40 AD, and then I am this person now, and that's the way it's looked at in a linear type way. What a lot of people don't understand is that from a higher level of consciousness, that past life exists right now. You're just connecting to it. And that past life, the past lives you connect to, change in the moment right now as you change. You see, this is the key. This is what changes. Also, it's the same about future. A lot of people don't talk about future lives, but we right now in the present moment, many of us as light workers came from what we call the future. We came to experience this shift and transformation right now on the planet, and we really are connected to our multidimensional selves, which are higher vibrational, which are the future versions of us. But as we change right now, we change the parts of our future we connect to and the parts of our past we connect to. The reason I say this is so that we can start to let go of the 3D old school way of, well, I was this person, now I'm this person, now I'm this person, from one perspective, but that's from the linear 3D perspective. Instead, what we can do is realize that those past lives we connect to change as we change. As we go through a different theme in our life, we may connect to different past lives that are completely different. And like I said, the reason I share this is so that you understand it's much more slippery than you think. Now, the key to 5D energy is being present to the moment. And it's doing what you're excited about, doing what you're passionate about. Have you ever had it to where you're doing something and time just goes by like that? It's like you don't even know where the time went. There's sometimes I'm working on videos, I'm doing things, and I'll be like, oh, that was a 45-minute video? That was a 20-minute video? And I'm like, that felt like 2 minutes. Or I'll be like doing something on my computer and 3 hours will go by and I haven't eaten yet. Because I'm passionate, I'm in the flow state with what I'm doing. You see, 5D energy is when you're not focused on emphasizing time, you're just focusing on flow. You're focusing on flow. Now, here's the biggest change between the 3D perception of time and 5D perception of time. In the 3D perception of time, what we say is, I am a result of the past. That's who we think we are, which then brings the past vibration into the current moment right now, which makes things feel heavy. In a 5D level of conscious, you realize that the past may have happened in one parallel reality timeline, but as you change, you also change parts of your past as well. But you say to yourself, I am not the result of my past. I am who I choose to be right here, right now. Every moment is new, 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 new. This is a new moment. This is a new moment. This is a new moment. When we start to tap into this new moment, new moment, new moment, we start to tap more into this 5D energy. Everything is seen as fresh for the first time. All first time freshness, okay? It's the first time it's fresh. So what we can begin to do is tap into everything as it is new. I choose this moment. I choose this moment. I choose this moment. I am who I choose to be. Not because of what happened in the past. You just are who you choose to be. You drop your connection to the past energy that's keeping you in low vibration. And to do that, you instead are here now. And one of the reasons doing your passion is so powerful, because you let go of the perception of time and you're just there. You're just in that moment. So 5D energy is when you start to see that reality is much more flexible. And try it. Don't just take my word for it. Try it. Next time you have somewhere to be and you're a little bit late, don't intentionally be late. I'm not saying to drive quickly or to, be unsafe, but be aware that you can set this intention. You can watch how time molds to you. It's just that the more we emphasize it, the more we think we're a victim of time, the more that is the case. Oh, I'm going to be late. Oh, they're going to be mad at me. All of this stuff's going to happen. Well, you get what you focus on. And in a way, your reality slides into that slot, into your consciousness, and that becomes what you experience. Now, what I thought we would do really quick is we do an activation where we relax ourselves, and I'm going to put your attention on certain things. And what it's going to do is it's going to activate within you a new level of time. And this is something you can listen to for 21 days. I think it will profoundly change your life if you do so. Because you're going to begin to bring in this 5D energy. And when you bring in this 5D energy, your whole entire life will change. Not just with time, your whole entire life will change in many other ways, because then you start to see that reality itself is more flexible. You don't have to emphasize some of the really, really important things in your life. Instead, you can be more flexible. Be like Bruce Lee. Be like water. Be like water, okay? So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to cue the music here in a second. We're going to take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. We're going to relax. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do an activation of energy, an activation of 5D energy. And set the intention right now that every single person listening to this is the power of group intention. This is the power of many of us doing this. Whether we're watching this live or not live, whoever's listening to it, set the intention that you tap into 5D energy, and set the intention that every single person listening to this also taps into 5 energy. This is when we start to connect to the collective consciousness. You see, we're all connected. So no matter where we're listening to this in the world, we're going to connect to this energy stream that we're about to do right now. So you setting the intention, and right now imagine everyone else and you experiencing this 5D energy. You see, when we move beyond our own ego, when we have the intention for other people, it's even more powerful. It's something that's called outer intention. It's almost like we're adding the energy momentum there. And then when you do it, you're still benefited as well, because everyone else is doing it for you. So right now, what I encourage you to do is to take in a deep breath in, a deep breath out with me, and set the intention and imagine that every single person here taps into this 5D energy. So make sure you can do this when you're more relaxed. You can relax a little bit more. Make sure you're not driving in the car. And let's go ahead and get into this right now. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. Now, with every breath you take, imagine your body relaxing more and more, because you're about to bring in high vibrational energy. Now, I'd like to ask you to put your hands over your heart like this, knowing that you are going to be growing the electromagnetic energy inside of your heart with your attention over your heart today. So let's take another deep breath in, deep breath out, and close your eyes if you like. Breathe it out. Release any tension, release any energy that wants to leave you. And simply know that every breath you take today, you are going to feel more and more relaxed. Now bring the awareness around your eyes. Bring the awareness around your forehead. And imagine a warm sensation relaxing, loosening up. Wherever you put your attention, you feel your body relax. Bring the awareness now to your jaw. Feel your jaw begin to relax. Your tongue hangs loose and soft. Bring the awareness now into your left arm, your left hand. Feel it loosen up and relax. Bring the awareness into your right arm, your right hand. Feel it loosen up. Bring the awareness now into your heart, and imagine your heart begins to feel a buzzing sensation in the center. You start to feel that underneath your hands, you can feel your heart beginning to buzz. You can now feel the energy going into your stomach, relaxing, loosening up. Put the awareness in your left leg, your left foot, your right leg, your right foot. And now, imagine that any energy that you don't prefer to hold on to is leaving through the heels of your feet. Imagine the energy moving through your body to and through the heels of your feet, letting go of any energy that doesn't serve. Now feel how relaxed you are right now. And know that right now what we are about to do is we are about to connect to a high level of energy called fifth dimensional energy. Set the intention right now that everyone else listening to this meditation is also going to tap into this high vibrational energy. This energy, which is who we naturally are. This energy will bring forth your passion more so than ever before, or bring forth synchronicity in your life unlike anything you've experienced before. And you'll find that from this point going forward, your reality becomes so much more fun and so much more flexible. Now, realize that up until this point, you have thought that you were a result of your past. You thought that you were an accumulation of all these past experiences that you've had. And you thought that that is who made you who you are today. Now understand that that past, even as you look to your past right now, and you remember some things that happened in your past, understand that those things that happened was just one potential probability of the past. Right now, in the present moment, you are not the result of the past. And what you can begin to do is realize that you are not your memory. You can begin to realize that anything that happened in the past does not have to influence you today. So set the intention right now and imagine that as you're thinking of the past, in your hand in front of you, you can see that of a balloon that's beginning to get bigger and bigger. You're holding on to a thread connected to this balloon. And as you think about your past and everything that has happened to you, everything, your story about who you are, about how people treat you, about how people expect you to be, all of these things, imagine that you're filling up this balloon. You're holding on to this thread, this balloon, which represents all of your past. Now, as you hold on to it, you have this realization This realization that you are not the result of your past. You are who you choose to be. So what you can do right now is you realize you can let go of this balloon. So go ahead and let go of this balloon and imagine it drifting further away. Imagine all the memories of your past that you thought made you who you were, all the negative experience, anything you don't prefer. Imagine it floating further and further away. And as this balloon goes further and further away, you feel more and more distant from all the negative things that have happened to you before. And you realize that now you are free. You are free to be you. You are free to move around. You are free to be your expressive self. And understand that you, your whole life, may have given an importance to time, but time is so much more flexible than you know. Now set the intention right now that from this point going forward, you know that you are who you choose to be. You are who you choose to be. And every moment is a completely new moment. And you can start to live in the moment right now. You can enjoy the present moment the way it is. Wherever you are, with whatever you're experiencing, it is perfect the way it is. Feel this energy right now. This moment is a new moment right now. You are not the result of your past. You are who you choose to be right now. 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 Every moment is new. You are who you choose to be right now. This is a new moment right now, and it is not connected to the past. There's no power over you the past has. You are a completely new version of you right now. And from this point going forward, you will see your reality become much more flexible. You will live more in the moment. If there's somewhere you need to be at a certain time, you know it's flexible. You know it's only your perception of that time that keeps the resistance in place. From this point going forward, imagine yourself right now doing what you're passionate about more. Imagine right now you being present to the moment more. And imagine that this high vibrational energy right now is going to be activated in your body unlike anything you've experienced before. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to Om. Om. And what you can do is you can Om. I will Om with you, and I will also be speaking, so you keep Oming. And know that this Om represents 5D energy. This Om will represent you wiring in and activating this new template for reality that's actually more natural, being present to the moment. So what I'd like to ask you to do right now is to keep your eyes closed and to simply Om. I'll do one Om with you, and then I'm going to ask you to keep on Oming, knowing that you're connecting to the energy of your heart and you're connecting into this 50 energy. So I'm going to take in a deep breath in. Let's take that in right now, and then Om. Now go ahead and Om again. And as you Om right now, know you are soaking in this 5D energy. You are soaking into the energy of your heart. You can feel the energy of your heart begin to raise more and more, knowing you are about to connect into a new way of being, into the present moment in a completely new and powerful way. Keep Oming. Take another deep breath. And then Om. Keep Oming. Now I am going to count down from 10 to 1. With every number I count, while you are Oming, you are going to feel this energy increase inside of your heart center. You're going to feel an activation of this now moment, knowing that from this point going forward, you are living in a higher vibrational reality. So keep Oming. 10, feel this energy inside of your heart begin to raise. You can feel the vibration begin to grow inside of your heart. 9, double the amount of sensation. Imagine this 5D energy coming in stronger and stronger with every number I count. 7, feeling it increase more and more. 6, knowing that you are tapping into this 5D energy unlike anything you've imagined before. 5, knowing that everyone else here is shifting more into this 5D energy as well. 4, knowing and feeling this double with every number I count. 3, keep Oming, keep feeling this 5D energy, feeling positive emotions come up. You may feel love, you may feel high vibrational passion, allow it to come up. 3, 2, double the amount of sensation now, and 1, soak in this 5D energy and know that this is who you are. From this point going forward, you will notice that your life becomes much more magical. And you will notice that time becomes so much more slippery, and it starts to work for you. To keep this vibration activated in, listen to this meditation for 21 days straight, and you'll find that you start to exist in a higher vibrational reality unlike anything you've known before. So I'm going to count down now from 3 to 1. With every number I count, you are going to feel yourself become more alert, more present, more in this moment now than ever before. 3, bring the awareness now back to your body. 2, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. And 1, open up your eyes now, knowing you are in a completely new reality. You are in a 5D level of consciousness. And the more you listen to this meditation, the more you activate this energy within you. So you can carry this with you now. You can know reality is much more flexible. And I'm excited for you because your reality will become much more fun, much more flexible, and it will start to work out even more for you. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.